Who are very fond of climbing the mountains. Like sometimes we can read certain news in the paper that certain person climbed the Mount Everest or the K2 because they have got this passion of climbing. They are very adventurous. They think they really make certain things happen. They really are interested in facing the difficulties in life. But what is the approach of the modern man? The modern mountaineer would not take trouble in climbing the mountain with his tools and with his legs, but rather he would take the path, or he would use a train and sit in the train and reach the mountain top. See, he would not climb the mountain on his foot using his legs, but rather he would take the help of modern machines. Either he would go to the mountain top with a car or just in a train. That shows again what? That shows the way time is passing, the way civilization has grown. We have become so much dependent upon so many things, and as a result, the old, the charms of life, the way we enjoy things, we have lost all those qualities, all those things, and life now has become more so dependent upon these scientific inventions. Again, repeatedly, so many examples are given just to prove one point. Science, there is no problem with science. Science is there for our benefit, for our advantage. It has, given us so many things. Like in the field of medicine, again, because of the science, because of the medicines, we can cure so many diseases. But again, this is also true that we suffer from so many diseases also because of our dependence upon these luxuries and comforts of life. He has also given us the example that modern man suffers from the cancer. Or again take any diseases of the heart. Because if we do not walk, do not exercise or exert ourselves, then of course we can fall prey to these diseases of diabetics or heart disease. So see again, whether it is education, whether it is daily life, whether it is sports, in all the fields, one thing is very apparent, very clear. That modern man wants to be comfortable, wants to lead a luxurious life. He would not want to take efforts, work hard. Again, as a result, we lose our natural powers, natural capabilities. Is this clear so far? Okay, so today we stop here. Anybody would like to ask anything regarding this?
There are lots of examples that how we intend to live comfortable. He has given some example about Peter Pelias of England, and about housewives, today's housewife, old housewives is compared from past to future today. He has given about walking, reading, education, games, and lots of them. For example, about Peter Pelias, he has given that Peter Pelias on the Christmas day, he takes his children to the dentist. But savage family who lives simple life, he doesn't have any problem of this. About factories, in the past we see that any labor, he knows about all what is happening in the factory. And today's labor even knows that how to pulp on the biscuit from the any one work in the English. And about writing, by the invention of the lots of machines, the writing has been today's student, if writing typewriter or any computer technology has been introduced in the classes, so the writing will be finished by the student. And about reading, he has lots of given the example about writing. About ancient manuscripts, about that ancient manuscripts was they were difficult to understand, but that was his imagination. That is in newspaper there is written lots of the snips for the ephemeral purposes. And about education, what is happening here we take an example that we are waiting for the notes. Any student will make the notes and we will get from that notes. And about walking, we have provided the hostel bus and points. Even hostel is very near to us. We can walk to the hostel also.
This is very good, very good. And about these, please keep going. Yeah.
I have a question, sir. easily due to the modern technology. The modern man is depending upon modernization. A modernization gets a person uses the mind of their voice. The modern organs, minds, and each and everything that God provides us. When the modernization or technology is created, when a person uses Holy Spirit, he uses all the things. Means he is using his thought, mentality, his, you can say the brain, thoughts, and every each part is using. How right to say that a person of modern is not using his brain or hands and anything else we can say.
See again, let's say 1% or 5%. Again, whatever they invent, I mean they invent one particular field. There are so many inventions which are created by other people. But again, mostly it is about us, about the common man. We do not invent things, we do not create things. Again, we are dependent upon the inventions of other men. And why we depend upon them, we grow so dependent that we lose our power. I have talked about the writing. See what is happening to the writing. I mean, we are so fond of writing everything on the computers that we hardly really know that what was the skill of handwriting. So if see previously everything was written with the hand. Now our dependence has grown upon the computers and typewriters. Again, in case of the machines and motorcycles or the cars, see we hardly, we don't think about the distance. We would like to take a cab or the rickshaw and go from one place to another. We would not, take trouble of walking, a mile. Previously, the writer tells us that a man could, walk 30 miles a day. But can we do that now? But he is not talking about, few men who have invented things. He is talking about general society. He is talking about us. We do not create things. But we are dependent upon the creations of other men. Again, I would repeat the same thing. He is not against that we should not enjoy the fruits and luxuries of modern life. But we should not grow too dependent. We have to keep a balance in our life. We should use and enjoy all these modern luxuries. Plus, we should make sure that we are not completely dependent. And we should not use our travel through, any means of communication. Okay? He could not just go there with, his own campus. It is clear. It is not clear. Please keep quiet. Using his powers, using energies with his passion. But now he would use the means of communication. He would just get on board a train and take the train which will drop him at the top of the mountain. But again, this shows that we have lost this passion of okay. So we stop here and continue tomorrow. Yes. In the modern man, he would not take the trouble. Okay, the modern man like you and me, he would say, why should I take the trouble of climbing the mountain when I can easily catch the train and reach my destination? What does that show again? That the modern man has lost, the desire for the adventures. He would not do anything which is adventurous, but he would not take trouble. The meaning of that line is that, previously people were fond of, taking trouble, working hard, meeting the challenges. Now we have lost that power. We would not, face any challenges. Because I just asked you this question. Our desires, our ambitions are towards making life easy and more comfortable. And in that approach, we don't want to face anything difficult. So the mountaineer, previously, they were so keen that they would go and climb the mountains on their foot. But now, they would rather, get on board the train and then reach their destinations. This was the last point that we discussed yesterday. So let me ask you this question. Is this clear so far, what we have discussed? You said that you need to clarify things. But again, what are the original books meant for? You have to read the original books. Like in your pharmacy, you might have original science books. You have to go through them. You have to follow the modern research. If you instead of reading them, you go and seek the help of unauthorized guides, then what will be the knowledge? You will not be getting the real knowledge. rather than you will be using second-hand information.
Sir, our main purpose is to
Certain effort, certain hard work. Even from the original book, you will get the concepts. This is the reason that books are read. This is the reason books are to be read carefully. But if you just instead of reading the original works, you go to the other sources. With this purpose, that within short time you can easily get the information. Then again, you are looking for shortcuts. So we should not go for the shortcuts. We should follow the long and the difficult way. Then it will be possible. We will have the real education, the real, the sense of, the purpose and meaning and understanding. If we do this, then you might, for a short time understand the particular meaning of certain, difficult problems. You may get good marks in exams, but this is not the real purpose. Getting marks is not the end of education. The end of education, the purpose of education, is to know the real knowledge. Okay, so this is the few questions. Is there any other questions regarding?
Question is that therefrom they are getting the basic ideas and basic knowledge of the type of the inventions. Then they are inventing different things.
Who?
The Europeans and the Americans.
You are surprised at the inventions?
Yes, sir.
They work hard. They work hard. We cannot speak generally for the complete nations. Again, in Europe and America, there will be so many people who are lazy, who don't want to work. If you have seen, if somebody of you has gone, abroad, you might have seen there are so many poor people as well in America. There are so many unemployed people even in Europe. But generally, they don't follow this approach towards life. They are purpose-oriented people. They follow certain approach in life. Everybody has to contribute. Everybody has to chip in something towards this idea itself has come from a European author. We have to learn by reading this. We have to learn this thing that we should avoid this approach towards life, by which we are seeking and looking for the shortcuts. We have to really go into the detail and depth of the things. We have to work hard. We have to find out the real meaning of the life, and the only possible then we work and diligently. But if we are become habitual of spoon feeding, then we will never work hard. We will always depend upon other people. We will depend upon we always depend upon the idea, the notions of other people. Why not just seek knowledge on our own efforts? If we are on our own self, if we are completely knowledgeable, then we will not require the need of other people. Again, it is true in all the fields. When you say that we are dependent upon Europeans and Americans, that if young people like you, if you do the certain hard work in your own field, then the time may not be far away when we might be challenges. We might be equally advanced in all the fields. But the question is, are we willing to work hard? This is the main idea behind this essay. We should not become habitual of spoon feeding, dependent upon other people or the things. Rather, we should depend upon our efforts, our hard work, our intelligence, and our efforts. So this is what we have discussed so far. So let's move ahead. This is what I have been telling you. Everywhere we find the same demand. Everybody wants to have his life safe, comfortable, and foolproof. What is foolproof? Without any fault. There should not be any fault. Life must become, perfect for every one of us. This is what we all want. We should have got a comfortable, luxurious home. We should have got, the comfortable, luxurious office. We should have got a car. We should have a very good bank balance. If you have got children, then they must be getting education in the good schools. Nobody wants that they should have got any problem. So, of course, problems should not be there in the life. But we just refuse to meet the challenges. That is not good. We should be prepared. We should be, we should have the courage to face the challenges. Okay, this is a very interesting example. The fine trees in our public parks are periodically mangled and reduced to conditions of cloth crops by our urban and country councils, because both have been known to be blown in a high wind, or even in the case of elm trees to fall suddenly and at once in 200 years, some fool might be standing under the tree at the moment. Do you understand anything by this example?
in order to prevent the high wind will can break branches of the tree.
And then
I don't understand another line, sir.
see, I mean, it's a strange thing. I mean, cutting the bole of the tree is okay. But what is the purpose? That when, I mean, we have to cut the branches or bole of the tree so that when the high wind or the fast wind blows, the boles might come down and hit somebody. I mean, some fool might be standing under the tree and then that bole might come down and hit that man. Again, what does that show? Even regarding these, simple things in life, we are not careful. We will not take care of our body, we will not take care of ourselves, and we might sit under, certain trees. So again, we believe that this is the job of the government. Meaningly, for every small thing, we always blame other people. If anything goes wrong, see, we always make great, noise and cry that there is no, sanitation, cleanliness on our roads and our, municipalities don't work. But do you ever ask yourself this question, that ever civic citizens, what is your responsibility? Do you really? We throw the dust and the garbage out in the streets. Is it your civic sense? Again, it's a typical case where we, as ordinary men, we would not take care of our things. We would sit or stand under the trees, and they might come down on us and hurt us. Then we would blame the government, that it was the government's responsibility. They did not cut the branches, and then now I have become injured. So it's not only in the case of education, in the case of sport, in the case of science. Again, when it comes to small and ordinary matters of life, again, we are not ready to take care of ourselves. We always blame the other person. Again, we say, no, this is not my responsibility, this is not my job. So we have to take care, we have to take certain action on our own part. But again, we have become habitual of spoon feeding. We refuse to do anything. We say everything, like there are certain institutions, this is their job. Why should we do this? So this is an example pertains to that. If accident, even when it is caused by his own negligence. Every workman, anybody who works in any particular field, like some people work in the factories, some people work at other places. But wherever they work, this is a demand. See, this is modern day, this is very common. That workers or the people who are employed by certain companies, they are insured against any possible harm. Again, why this demand is there? Because we say if any harm comes to us, then we must be physically insured. I mean, God forbid, if anything, any injury comes to us, then the company should provide a certain money in return as a compensation. Even though that harm, injury or accident is caused by our own negligence, our own mistake. Again, that we make a mistake and then we claim certain insurance on the part. I mean, you go and because of your mistake, because of your negligence, I mean, your car was stolen. Then you would say that I, will make a claim against the company that they should provide me the money back so that I can buy another car. I mean, sometimes there may be real thief who will steal your car away. But again, this shows that we want to be insured. We want security in every possible field of life so that if any harm comes to us, then we should have that property, that luxury back to us. This again shows what? That we refuse to take responsibility. We will not behave with responsibility, but rather than we will depend upon other people. See, like if anything, any harm comes to a worker, he would say that now that particular company has to give him or give him the compensation or the money back. Okay, it is an interesting example as well. At the station, or allow the food to be stolen under his eyes in a carriage, he brings an action against the railway company and wins it. I mean, orange peel, you understand orange peel? What is orange peel? The skin of the orange.
Skin of the orange.
Again, some of us eat certain, fruits and throw their peels on the ground. And other equally foods like us, they would slip on their peel. And they would say that now they have become injured. Now government has to give them certain compensation so that they could go for the treatment. or in another case, our coat or anything might be stolen. In a garage, in a railway station, or in a railway compartment. Then again, we would say that the government has to pay us back, even though they might have been caused by our own negligence, our own fault. These are simple examples from the life. Wherever we make mistakes, wherever we go wrong, we always blame other people. Necessarily, just if you are, keen observer of the life, just do this. Just wherever anything goes wrong, see, nobody will accept the fault, nobody will accept the blame. It hardly happens that we say that yes, I am responsible, I have blame, we hardly, acknowledge our faults. Because we believe that no, this is not my problem, this is not my responsibility, somebody else is responsible for certain fault. Mostly this happens, just open the newspaper, even go and open the newspaper today. You would see there would be statements of so many people blaming the government. Government has not done this, government has not done that. But, okay, government is also responsible. Government is not fulfilling its responsibility, but what we are doing, we can go outside and, create problems, of different kinds. See, the way everything is happening in our country, who is doing this? Nobody, aliens are not coming from Mars or other planets. We people are causing trouble. Again, the same thing is there. We will not accept responsibility. Again, this is inherent in our mind that there are other people who have to do or fulfill certain responsibilities or duties. And what happens? One of the basic root cause is spoon feeding. From the early childhood, the way we are fed, the way we are trained, the way we are brought up, we are told, no, you are a child, this is not your duty, it is the duty of your parents. When you grow up, you are still a kid. This is the same kind of, notion because of which we never really take up responsibilities. So this is what the writer is telling us, not only in, the fields which are very serious and important, like education. So if I ask you guys, if you boys, how many of you really go home and do certain things? Or share the responsibility at home with your sisters and mothers. Even if I include myself, we don't do this. We think that no, it's the job of the ladies, it's the job of the women. And again, same may be the case with girls. They would say that no, this is the only, boys' problem. See, of course, there may be certain things which are to be done by the boys and others by the girls. But at the broader level, this we develop in our mind that we have to always shift the responsibility to other people. So we have to learn this thing from essay that we have to avoid, we have to stop this spoon feeding, we have to rely upon our own resources, own energies and capabilities. Okay, it says, we now demand to be personally conducted through life. All risks to be taken by someone else. Personally conducted through the life means somebody else has to conduct us. See, we say somebody. When we get up in the morning, there should be bus for you. Bus will drop you there. The teacher would come here. He has to teach you. Then you would go out. There must be other things ready available for you. Then you go home. See, we want that there must be always other people who have to conduct you, who have to take care of responsibilities. And our risks, our dangers are to be taking the courage to face the problems. And why this is so? Because we are habitual of spoon feeding. This is a very interesting example. After a century or two of this regime means the way this regime otherwise used for the government. But here, if this goes on, here's system. We use regime here for system. If this system, which system? Spoon feeding, exactly. If this system of spoon feeding dependence goes on for another 100 to 2 years, then we would be like this example. We shall be as helpless as Lord Albert's ants, who starved almost to death in sight of food because they were used to having it put into their mouths by their slaves.
I can explain the science of
This, what?
the food for the winter season.
Even in matters like these basic things, these basic requirements of life, like eating food, we might also become dependent upon other people. And when, that somebody is not available, we might, go to sleep without any food. So see, again, this example may not be really, possible. But he is telling us, by quoting the example, he is telling us that the way we are going and growing dependent upon certain things, then this situation may not be too far away. So again, the same words, with using the different example, teaching us that we should not be dependent upon certain things. Now this is very important paragraph. Inevitable. The way things are going on, what is inevitable? Something which is sure to happen. Something which is certain to happen. So if the things go on this way, then one day it would definitely happen. But do not let us deceive ourselves. The writer tells us, do not deceive ourselves by certain wrong notions, wrong concepts. This is very meaningful line. Nature will make us pay for it. Nature takes away any faculty that is not used. It says, if we see, we have got these capabilities from where? What is nature? What is nature? Nature is God. Okay? So God has given us these faculties, abilities. We have not talked about vision. So why the modern age wears the vision? Wears the glasses for this. Okay, because like the kind of food we consume, the kind of things, or these problems of watching television and other things, because these habits, we have to use the glasses because we lose our eyesight at very young age. Previously this was not the case. So this is one example of the problem of the teeth. Previously this was not the case. So he says nature will make us pay for it. They are a kind of crime against nature. And if we do this, we will have to pay a price for doing all this. And nature takes away those faculties, those qualities which are not used. Someone of you have said this thing before, that nature does this. If any body part or limb is not used, then it becomes useless. Or like the one simple example of exercise, body exercise, if we do not exert ourselves, do not go on the walks and jogging, then see what happens. This, the ratio of our life, like, after 40, there are so many cases of heart attack and other diseases. Why is it happening? Because of this reason.
Was cut it off into the next generation, or it was removed in the next generation because its use was absolutely
unnecessary.
Less, because they were not taking full use of it. When our ancestors from evolutionary point were used to live on the trees, they were taking full use of their tails. And with the progress, when they were living in caves, there was no use of their tails. That's why in the next generation there was no more tail. And this is the best example that on the basis of dysfunctioning of any organ of human body, that will be in the next generation no more.
Very good. This is a very good example. Like, if we believe in the theory of evolution by the Darwin, like we are the progeny of, the monks and apes, that they used to have tail. Why the modern man doesn't have the tail? Use of the tail. As a result, see, now the modern man, if you believe, is born in a poor family. He could work hard, he could stay under the sun, under perhaps 50 degrees centigrade, but that man would not come out of his, air-conditioned car or room, because he is not habitual to work hard. So this is the very natural case. Those men who work hard under, very difficult situations and conditions, they have got certain physical stamina. That depends that how much we develop. So if we become habitual of ease and comfort, then we will lose this capability of facing or grappling with the difficulties. And after any derangement of our social order, we might come to need it very badly. Derangement of social order means when there is no particular social system. Like, society is operated by certain laws. There comes a chaos. Like sometimes you can very well see the situation of Iraq. Like after the Saddam Hussein regime has gone, there's complete chaos. I mean, we are not getting into the political side of the argument, but see, they are the people. Those people who have got courage, who in tense situations, they will be brave enough to come out and work, and help the other citizens. But those people who had lived a life of ease and comfortable, they would not be able to face those challenges. So when social system or social system goes away, and God forbid there is a difficult time in a country or society, then we who are ease lovers, we will not be able to face certain challenges like that. Besides, can we look with satisfaction at the completed product of civilization, a creature unable to masticate. Masticate means chew. Like we have to chew food, that is masticate. To write or walk, a mere parasite on the machines that enable him to live. So we call ourselves civilized people. We call ourselves civilized nations. But see what civilization has done to us. We are a nation, we are a race in the modern age who can hardly chew or masticate. We cannot walk, we cannot read, we cannot write. This is what you call civilization. So again, learn the basic lesson from the essay. This is not against civilization. This is against our approach towards civilization. Many would prefer to be savages if they could taste the magnificent physique of the Zulus or some South Sea Islanders. Zulus is a tribe in South Africa, okay? And they are known to be very strong in physique. They have got great bodily strength, very strong in their physical shape. So, with help of or whatever troubles we have to face in the modern times, then people might prefer to be savages rather than so-called civilized people. I suppose we stop here because time is almost up.
Its invention is useless, and if we use it, then we have become dependent. Then what way we should adopt?
Please be quiet. So you mean to say that if we don't use the machines, machines become useless.
Yes.
If we use them, we become useless. And what we have to do?
Yes.
See, I mean, when we use them, we become dependent, we become useless. I have just told you, it is not against machines, it is not against science, it is not against civilization. It is our approach, the way we take it, the way we take all these systems, ideas, and civilization itself. We have to use all these luxuries of life with this in mind, that we should not become dependent. Whatever the natural qualities we have got, without losing them, without losing those faculties, we have to use all them. This is my answer. We have to keep a balance. Without losing our energies, our natural qualities and faculties, we can still use them. I mean, writer is not telling you. He is just saying that in this scenario, some of you might prefer to be savages, because savage men, according to him, would not suffer from all these problems. So he is not telling you that you should definitely go and live in the jungles and mountains and live an uncivilized life. But keep a balance in your modern life, where without actually losing your powers, your natural qualities, we can still enjoy the benefits and fruits of civilization. Is this clear?
Sir, one side writer says he is not against all the science. We clear that he is not against all science. But sir, approach of all the society, the approach of all the people is not exactly the same. He is not against all science. But some people, they are mostly utilize the scientific things and scientific to help their and support their life. But some people, they totally ignore, like sir, you see countryside and mostly in African countries. It's still today in modern time. But some people, they're mostly luxurious in this life. Sir, writer, he is also belongs to the European country. If writer that belongs to poor country, we can imagine that he is not against all the science.
conceptually we say that he is not against concern. But practically, if we will search what are its negative effects on the society, impacts on the society, that are hazardous and dangerous. So in this way, I would like to say that a writer practically is against of the science, against of the he is not against of the science, but he is against of the people. He is against of the effort of the people.
He is not against the effort of the people. Okay, I will.